So, by the way, this is what I was just talking to Andrew about. We had a little technical glitch there in the middle, and while it was happening, so mind you, I'm in my apartment alone, door closed, recording the podcast, and I heard something, and I look over, and my door was just wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our guest today to the podcast, the ghost that lives in Matthew's
Well, you
bedroom.
know what's funny is
nothing. Ghosts are not funny.
You want to know what else is really freaky? And I honestly don't know what my plan is when I get off the podcast. I feel safe right now because we're here together. Andrew, watch back here. Don't look at my eyes. Watch back here.
Yeah.
There's been several times that my girlfriend has been like, yo, like, there's a ghost that lives in your apartment. I'm like, there's no fucking ghost that lived in my apartment. And she's like, no. She's like, it's a good ghost. Like, there's a ghost that lives in your apartment. I'm like, no, there's not. And that just happened to me while I was sitting here, and the first thing I did was all my windows are closed, all my fans are off.
Okay. How does your girlfriend know that there's a ghost?
I don't know. I'll be like, what? Like,
Is she the ghost?
Why is there a ghost? Am I dating a ghost?
Is this a Disney Channel original movie?
Yeah, I'm dating a ghost. What would the title of this movie be?
Probably I'm Dating a Ghost. The titles of those movies.
They weren't.
Or
the film Real starts playing, and this guy
Soulmate. The name of the movie is Soulmate.
So I'm now
Coming
living a movie called
Disney
Soulmate,
Channel.
where it turns out that I'm dating a ghost. But how? Okay, so not to get away from our lovely PG-13 podcast, but how do I eventually figure out that she's a ghost in a Disney Channel movie setting?
Let's think.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what makes me start to think that she's a ghost?
Okay,
start spinning ideas, because then I'll say, like, oh, my girlfriend does that. Oh, my girlfriend.
Your dog starts barking at her, but
well, it's her dog though.
Right. So this is how it would happen in the movie. The dog is obviously barking at her.
Sometimes, give me realistic ideas so I can figure out if I'm dating a ghost or not.
Okay. Let me think. Let me open up some. We need to have. I've been thinking this for so long. We need to have a paranormal expert on the podcast. And now you've just given us a reason because we could talk about the ghost in your apartment. What other? You
want to know who I would love to have on the podcast as my paranormal activities expert? Is Derek Stobrel. And you want to know why?
Why is that?
Because the only person who has watched and enjoyed like old time like horror movies as well as like modern like ghost and I've watched a lot of them with him back in the day is Derek Stobrel. We used to love watching Grave Encounters, all that stuff too. And I think that he would have some really good insight into whether or not I'm dating a ghost.
Right, but I think we can get on like a real ghost hunter onto the podcast. Like we can get someone who's like a paranormal researcher. I'm not saying that doesn't have any credit, watching The Exorcist over and over again. I'm just saying we could get like a legitimate, paranormal person onto the podcast. Yeah. And I think we should. Well, we'll talk about
however, write it down in your journal notes for today. We're getting Derek on. Okay. And that actually, I would love to have Derek on for a million reasons, but also for the ghost expert. Write that down. Coming soon.
These are going to be 2 separate episodes, though. I just want to be clear. Like,
we're bringing out a true pair.
So if you know any ghost experts out there listening, like, DM me on Instagram or something, like shoot me a text or whatever, because we're going to because I want a paranormal person on the podcast now.
Speaking of this, the night before when we were in like middle school, I want to say, it was the night before Halloween. It was like a Friday night, and the like History Channel or Discovery Channel or something was doing like a 24-hour live TV show locked inside an insane asylum or something like that.
Yeah.
So Derek was sleeping over at our house. We were going to watch it. And like every single commercial was that Taco Bell was giving away these free like haunted tacos with every purchase, and they were like, it was like a black taco shell. Like they just dyed the taco shell black and put like maybe a little like green chili sauce on there or something. And me and Derek wanted them so bad. Like we were like, we need those fucking tacos. And it was like probably like 8:45. It was like late-ish to us at the time, but it wasn't late. And Dad was upstairs reading because we were watching this in the family room. And so like I went upstairs and I was like, reminds me of the Harry Potter thing. Like, Dad, like, please, like, can we go get these ghost tacos from Taco Bell? And I've never heard somebody more pissed in my life that I even thought that going to get these ghost tacos was like, it even crossed my mind. Like, he was disgusted that I had the nerve to go up there and suggest that he should stop reading George Washington's 1776 and take me to Taco Bell for a free taco. Blasphemy that would ever happen.
That sounds exactly right, and that's hilarious. So what are you going to do about this ghost in your apartment now? Anything? Are you going to wait for the expert to come on and maybe we'll see if your girlfriend is a ghost? I don't know. Well, if she goes through walls, that's a pretty big red flag.
Okay, so let me so I've said some nice things about her on the podcast where I don't know that she's going to love this type of conversation, but here's what I'll say is I was actually supposed to see her after the podcast, directly before the podcast. She had said like, I think I'm just going to like stay home and take care of some stuff tonight. And then she was like, you can come over if you want, knowing that like I probably wasn't going to want to drive over. And then the podcast happens and now the door opens. So I think that she may not be a ghost, but I think that she may be able to have communication with the paranormal,
right?
Because I feel like the timeline of events of when my girlfriend's usually here, I'm not, and maybe she notices things that I don't notice as far as ghost and ghouly activity, and then it gets confirmed that she's not going to be here, and so there's nobody with the ghost to communicate with. So he or she, them, whatever, I just got to chill. I don't think I'm sleeping in my apartment tonight, folks.
It doesn't sound like it.
I just got a little cold.
The ghost knows we're talking about it.
Or I live stream the whole thing. I'm like a little, and I'm not a big like, I don't know what's going on here today, folks, but you might be seeing some live paranormal activity on the podcast. My chair feels a little weird. Am I getting?
It's a ghost chair.
That was a joke. Bad joke.
The chair was never really there.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm actually a little freaked out. Usually this is the amount of time I'm like, all right, we've been going for about an hour. We should wrap up the podcast.
Yeah.
But I'd let this thing go 3 hours if I can just sit here and watch TV with somebody else present to know that I'm not being like either possessed or murdered by a ghost. But my girlfriend said it's a good ghost, so maybe I should stop talking about it in a negative light.
Okay. I want to talk to her because I want to know,
you know what I mean? Like
how she knows about the ghost, how she's sensitive to the ghost. Is she a ghost whisperer?
Should we call her?
Yes, call her right now.
Should we call her?
Yeah, call her right now. Get her on the horn. Because I want to know how she knows there's a ghost and how she knows the ghost's intentions. That's a big thing.
Okay.
We'll see.
I don't know if she's going to... I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see if she picks up. Because if you have...
She might not answer, because usually when I do call her, it's because of random shit.
Okay, so she knows not to.
She might ignore me and then text me like, what? Like I'm watching TV or something.
Okay, it sounds to me like she's busy being a ghost.
Yeah, no, this is something that we need to get to. She might be busy being a ghost.
If she does text you right now and be like, "What's up?" Be like, "Call me right now." Uh-oh. Did you hear something else? There's a ghost. This is live.
I like whatever's going on in my apartment right now. This is live.
Yeah, that seems pretty creepy. Maybe the ghost is just...
One sec.
Oh, no. Matthew's taking off his headphones for those of you listening, and he's going to investigate what appears to be a ghost in his apartment. I hope he comes back. Let's get the ghost on. Let's see. Oh, Matthew's coming back.
I thought that it randomly sounded like, well, because I have my headphones on, so I can't hear. It sounded like almost like muffled, like the TV in my living room turned on. But I think that's probably just the guy above me. I think now I'm
that makes
definitely getting in
sense.
my own head about
That's
the
a
ghost
little,
thing.
yeah, that's a little
I think it's the guy in the apartment above me.
bit of paranoia.
But I really don't know why. Now I got a whole other problem to deal with. Now my girlfriend might be a ghost, or I'm living with a ghost, and my girlfriend doesn't want to talk to me. I got issues all over the board. I don't know what to do. I might go hang out in like a 24-hour like Denny's tonight and just
you get all
eat
kinds
some
of different
pancakes
ghosts there. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Well, I don't think we're gonna get the phone call we want to tonight.
No.
Which is unfortunate. But I would really like to know more about my living situation. Here's my thing.
Okay.
And I've actually thought about this before prior to the door when my girlfriend says like the ghost stuff. When I'm like sleeping here alone and I think of it for no reason, but it pops into my head because that's what happens when you're in a dark room alone and somebody tells you that there's a ghost in your apartment. So here's my thing. From what I know about ghosts is they usually come from like either like really old houses that were built on like some type of Indian burial ground or like really old houses, usually really old houses, and then they come out when the house gets renovated. I don't think I think my apartment was built in like the 70s. Is that considered really old now? 50 years?
I think that there's like tell of ghosts from the 70s still around. I think that's, documented. So it's a possibility.
And I don't think that there would be a burial ground here.
No, probably not. But there's other ways, unfinished business, right?
So here's the other thing, though. Yeah, what about somebody being murdered in my apartment? Is that something that landlords have to disclose?
Yes, it is. But that doesn't mean that they did. Like, legally, you have to up to, like, a certain amount of time. But even so, that doesn't mean that they did disclose that. You know what I mean?
Do you think if I Google my address,
that
I can
it
figure
will
out if
say
somebody
if
was murdered here?
Go to wassomebodymurderedhere.com and allow them to use your current location. And I'm sure they'll be able to tell you.
Googling my address and then the word crime.
Okay, I don't think that's... I think you should maybe Google either ghost or murder even.
Let's see. There's zero. Okay, on Realtor.com, it says it says public records, like blah blah blah. Date updated. Which date updated is a stretch because they put a new sink in. Date updated was like 12 days before I moved in, and they put a new sink in. Update, questionable. But it says story 0. So I wonder if that would be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so maybe. 0 stories on Realtor.com. This is all happening live here, folks. Yeah. Wait a minute. God damn it, Monica. Yo, my fuck. Holy fuck, dude! Oh my god, dude!
What was that?
My girlfriend, bro, is here right now and just banged on the fucking window.
Are you kidding me? She's a ghost, Matthew. You're dating a ghost. Matthew, get out of there. Matthew, you're dating a ghost. Matthew, you need to get out of there.
Oh my god, she has no clue. Like, I got tears.
She does know because she's a ghost.
No clue what I've been talking about. Wait, I gotta let her in and get her on. Wait a minute, folks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Matthew's dating a ghost. I can't believe it. How else, people, how else would that happen? What a coincidence, okay? Now, you know me. I'm not one for conspiracy theories. I am one for conspiracy theories, but that is a big coincidence. Matthew's girlfriend is a ghost. Now, Matthew, he has not had that many, like, you know, long-term girlfriends, like big girlfriends. And so now he's got one, and she turns out to be a ghost? Number one, yes, this is a Disney Channel movie. Now it's official. But also, it makes sense if you think about it like a crazy person. Okay, so hopefully he's going to grab her, and we're going to find out why she, you know, what she's tuned into, and we'll see if she is in fact a ghost. If she's a ghost, this might be the first time a ghost has ever been on a podcast, which is very historical. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they'll come back in. But oh my God. Okay.
Okay. So she did not want to come on the podcast.
Okay.
In person, one.
Because
she was just dropping something. She was just dropping something off, and that's why she didn't answer her phone, because it was a surprise.
Okay.
Oh. Wow. I am shaken to the core right here. All right. Yeah, so I think the only thing that comes up when I type in that are like accidents, like outside, like on the boulevard outside my house, like car accidents. I don't think I'm living with ghosts. This episode got crazy. It took a turn. That was fucked up. Did you hear the bang? Did you guys hear the bang?
It was loud and it was scary, and I was like, "Oh, that's a ghost bang."
Fucking shit my pants. I almost shit my pants. Oh my God. I gotta decompress. I don't know how I'm gonna go to sleep tonight.